Hello everyone, and welcome to another winter activity that you can do while you are at home on break. Today we're going to be making a paper poinsettia right here. So what you will need are 2 sheets of red paper, 1 sheet of green paper, a glue stick, 5 of these golden brads, a pair of scissors, and a red and a green marker. Now, if you don't have a red and a green marker, you can definitely use a pencil. That is perfectly fine. And if you don't have any of these little golden brads, you can use yellow paper for what we'll be using them for. So I'm going to go ahead and clear these out so we can get started on our craft. So you're going to take your first sheet of red paper and we are going to fold it lengthwise. Match those corners up and fold. Now what you're going to do is take your red marker or your pencil and draw a large oval, like half oval or half circle on your piece of paper. So you're going to make it kind of like a big rainbow all across that paper. Then you're going to take your second sheet of red paper and fold it lengthwise again. And then you're going to make a smaller half circle on that sheet of paper. All right, and there you have it. Now what we're going to do is we are going to take our scissors and we are going to cut along these lines. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that for y'all. So just cut along those lines. And make sure to draw those ovals, those half ovals on the fold right there. Now we have that one cut out. We'll go ahead and cut out the big one. And just cut along that line. And it doesn't have to be perfect, and I'll show you why later. Now what you're going to do is take your sheets and we're going to fold them in half. So match up this side on the folded side to this side and fold in half. We're going to do the same thing to the bigger one. You're going to fold this so these two corners match, press down and fold. And then we're going to fold them in half again. So take this right here, bring it up to this and fold like that. So you have a little kind of wedge here, kind of like a little piece of pizza or piece of pie, whatever you prefer. And then we're going to take this edge and match it up to this edge over here and fold in half. Perfect. All right, so we're going to take this, take our scissors, and then you see all these little folds up here where they meet. We're going to cut along those lines, and I'll show you how to cut that. So we are going to take our scissors and put them inside right here so that we are about to cut that fold. You're going to cut along that fold and stop about an inch before you get to that point right here. So you can see that I've cut this open and it's staying about an inch right here. We're going to repeat that with all of these folds. And again, you're going to stop about an inch before you get to that point. And then you're going to come to this one, cut along that fold right here. Make sure you kind of keep it together. Cut down about an inch until that point. Perfect. And then you're going to cut along that big edge. And again, stop about an inch before that point. And now when you open it up, you're going to have this big red flower-like thing. Ta-da! Now you're going to go ahead and repeat this process with the bigger one, and I'll go ahead and do that for y'all. We're going to cut along that edge to about an inch before that point, an inch before that point, and then another one, and an inch before that point. And then the big fold, cut along that, an inch before that point. All right. So we're going to open this up again, and it's going to be just like our other one over here, but bigger. All right, now we have moved on to our next step. what you're going to do for your next step is you're going to take one of the petals of this little flower thing here, and you're going to fold these edges in so they meet and overlap. So fold one in right inside there, and then take the other one and overlap it so that it meets this edge right here, and fold down. Now you're going to repeat this process for every single one of these folds, or every single one of these petals. So fold in, take the other side and repeat. Take this edge right here, fold in, fold that edge so that it meets this one over here, and we're just going to repeat that around the entire flower here. Make sure they can overlap though. That is a big part of this. You want to make sure that they overlap. And again, it does not have to be perfect whatsoever. You can do it any way that you would like. And if they don't meet up, that's perfectly fine. It is bound to happen. Or if they overlap a little bit, that's fine. You got this. Just keep folding until we get to our last one. And then what we're gonna do is take our glue stick here, and we are going to glue down on one side and stick the other side that overlaps it on top of it so that it stays down. And you might have to press a little bit just so that it stays. That's fine. Just take a little bit of time and run your finger over it a little bit. Make sure it stays down. Perfect. So again, we're taking this flap that is under this one, and we're going to put a little bit of glue on, like that, and then overlap this one onto here and stick it down and press down firmly so that it stays down. And you're going to repeat that process for every single one of these little petals here. Make sure you're pressing down firmly so that it stays, so that we can be prepared for our next step. And gluing that side right there, overlapping, sticking down, and pressing firmly. Then I think we have 3 more to go, so I'll go ahead and do those for you. Glue, overlap, press down. And you see where these might be coming up a little bit, just go ahead and reapply some glue. You might take a little bit more time to press down gently or firmly. Go ahead and glue that down, press, and glue this one down, and then press, and we are almost done with our smaller circle. So when you get to this point where everything is glued down, you're going to stick your finger into this little pocket that we've created, and you're going to take these 2 fingers and press along these folds at the tip and pinch down so that you kind of squish down the tip right there. And then you're going to repeat that process for every single one of these petals. So insert one finger into this little pocket right here. Take your other 2 fingers on this hand and pinch at the tip. Perfect. It gives it kind of a 3D effect so that it's popped up a little bit so that we have a more 3D flower. And insert that finger and pinch the tip. And again, we're just going around this little inner flower here and repeating on every single petal. Might need to do it again just for more emphasis. And then we're going to pinch again, and we're done with our last one. So then you're going to go ahead and flip it over so that you have this nice little 3D inner flower right here. So everything that I've done to this one right here is going to be repeated on this circle or oval right here. And again, we're going to fold so that one overlaps the other on every single petal. And again, we are folding this corner over, this corner over until it meets that edge, and pressing down so that we create a fold. Doing that right there. folding over that, overlapping and pressing down so that we create a fold. Press down right there, press down right there. And perfect. And again, we're going to take our glue, glue down whichever side has been overlapping, and press down firmly so that it stays. And if one happens to pop up, we can just add more glue, press down again, and it will fix itself. So we're gluing down, we're overlapping and pressing firmly. You want to make sure that glue sticks on there. Gluing, overlapping, and pressing down firmly. And then you're just going to repeat that for every single petal that we come across. Glue, press, and then we're almost done with the gluing part on this last one, and glue that down. So then you're going to repeat that process that we did with the smaller flower. You're going to take your finger, insert it in that pocket right there, take your other hand and pinch the tip right there. Perfect. So insert your finger into the pocket, pinch the tip. Oh, and see, sometimes that will happen where they will open, and that just means that you need a little bit more glue on that side and that it needs to be pressed down again. And sometimes it might help to take the bottom half of your glue stick and kind of rub it down so that it stays. And then we'll go ahead and try again. So insert that finger and pinch the tip. Insert that finger, pinch the tip. Insert into that pocket and pinch. And then you're just going to do this for every single petal. Now you do not have to do this. This is not mandatory whatsoever. This just makes it be a little bit more 3D in nature. All right, so we finished both of these, and I'll go ahead and fix this little oopsie right here. It kind of popped back up. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some more glue and press down on that. Make sure that it stays with the bottom half of my glue stick. And then make sure it stays a little bit more. Insert my finger in there and pinch the tip. Perfect. All right, so we're going to turn both of these over so that we have these beautiful folded parts. Then we're going to take our glue stick again, put some glue in the center of this flower, the larger flower, and then we're going to take our smaller one and press down and situate it like that so that it kind of blocks those cuts that we made earlier. And press down really well so that it stays. And again, sometimes it will come off because that's just the nature of glue. So you might just have to fix one of your petals, and that's perfectly fine. Just takes a little bit extra time, but it's fine. Insert your finger in there and then pinch the tip, and hopefully that will stay. So we have our flower now. Now it's time to make our leaves. So I've got my green paper here, and I'm going to take my green marker and draw some nice poinsettia leaves. Some nice big poinsettia leaves. Now you can make these leaves any size that you want. I just want to make sure that they peek out from behind that. And I'm actually going to draw some lines on them because I just want to decorate them a little bit. Now you do not have to do this. This is not required whatsoever. I just like doing it. I'm going to do it to my other one right here and draw some lines. And then we're going to go ahead and cut these out. And again, these can be any size, shape, even color that you want them to. You can make this your own. You don't even have to use red. I have seen white poinsettias. I have seen purple and blue poinsettias. I have seen green poinsettias. Go with what makes your heart happy. You can make an entire group of poinsettias, like a little poinsettia garden. So we're just cutting out these leaves here, and we'll move on to the next step after I have cut these out. Trim that up a bit. Perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear these scraps out right here. So we're gonna go ahead and turn over our poinsettia flower right here so that we are facing the back. We're going to take our leaves and position them however we want them. And I want this design to be facing the front, so I'm gonna put it like that. And I'm going to put some glue on the front of the leaf right here. Turn it over and put it on the back of this flower so that it sticks out of the back. Make sure to press firmly down. You don't want it going anywhere. Then you're gonna take your other leaf, glue some stuff on the front of it, position it how you want it, and press down. Firmly press down, maybe even put the bottom of the glue stick on there so that it does not go anywhere whatsoever. And then when you turn it over, you're almost done. You have this beautiful poinsettia flower with its amazing leaves. So I do have these little golden brads here that we can use to put in the center. Now, if you don't have any of these, you can just cut out small pieces of yellow paper and glue them in the center right here. But for what I'm going to do, I'm going to use these little golden brads and I'm going to stick it through the center of my poinsettia. Now just watch your fingers because it can be a little dangerous, and you're just going to push it on through to the center, through the center of the poinsettia. Sometimes it might be a little difficult and they might bend. That's perfectly fine. It happens all the time. Might just have to get another one and go again. And there we go. It took some force, but we did it. So we have a little golden brad through the center. We're gonna turn that over, press down and flatten that brad out so that it stays and everything stays together. We're gonna go ahead and repeat that a few times and make sure that we have a few more brads and add some serious sparkle to the center of our poinsettia. And again, you're going to push it all the way through until it reaches the back, flip it over and flatten that brad out. Now it might be a little bit difficult, but if you need some help, go ahead and ask for it. If not, that's fine, you do you. So go ahead and press on through the center. And there we go. Now I just used 3, but you can use as many as you like, but I think that looks beautiful. So we have our beautiful poinsettia here. And again, this is just one of our winter activities that we have for everyone. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you make some beautiful poinsettias. Bye.